What is up, Kids Blast? Woo! It is that time again where we are going to do some Kids Blast songs. We are going to do some Kids Blast stories. We may even hear from Skeeter, Pickle, and Pastor Dan. Who knows? We'll find out. You got to watch so that you know. All right? So it's so good to see you all. And let's start by playing some songs, huh? This first song is called There's Just One Way. And it goes like this. There's just one way to God, and it's Jesus. Then in your best cowboy voice, you're going to go, yee-haw! And don't let your guitar hit the microphone. Just like that. So there's just one way to God, and it's Jesus. Yee-haw! One way, expressway, to the sun. And you can make a sun with yourself, okay? There's just one way to God, and it's Jesus. Yee-haw! And then you point at the screen, and you go, if you're not on the narrow road, turn around, you're on the wrong one. Then we're going to sing a bunch of gibberish. It says, doom, 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 chicka-da-gow, ba-doom, chicka-da-gow, ba-dow, 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 dow. But if you don't want to sing the gibberish, you don't have to. All you need to do is jump up and down and spin around as fast as you can. I was just practicing, and now I'm out of breath. So we're going to do this song, but at that point, you'll just spin around and go crazy. All right? So let's sing this song together. There's just one way to God, and it's Jesus. Yeah! One way, expressway to the sun. There's just one way to God, and it's Jesus. Yeah! If you're not on the narrow road, turn around, you're on the wrong one. Are you ready to jump around? Here we go. Doom, 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 chickadee-gow, chickadee-gow, ba-dow, 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 dow. Doom, 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 chickadee-gow, ba-doom, chickadee-gow, ba-dow, 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 dow. Let's go again. There's just one way to God, and it's Jesus. Yeehaw! One way, expressway to the sun. Just one way to God, and it's Jesus. Yeehaw! If you're not on the narrow road, turn around, you're on the wrong one. Doom, 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 chickadee-gow, doom, chickadee-gow, ba-dow, 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 dow. Doom, 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 chickadee-gow, ba-doom, chickadee-gow, dow, ba-dow, ba-dow, dow. Doom, 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 chickadee-gow, ba-doom, chickadee-gow, ba-dow, 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 dow. Doom, 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 chickadee-gow, ba-doom, chickadee-gow, ba-dow, 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 dow. One more time. Doom, 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 chickadee-gow, ba-doom, chickadee-gow, ba-dow, 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 dow. Doom, 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 chickadee-gow, ba-doom, chickadee-gow, ba-dow, ba-dow, ba-dow. Woo! All right, are you dizzy yet? No, you're not dizzy yet? All right. Doom, 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 chickadee-gow, doom, chickadee-gow, ba-dow, 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 dow. Doom, 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 chickadee-gow, doom, chickadee-gow, ba-dow, 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 dow. All right, now you're probably pretty dizzy. I know in my head of all the spinning that goes around in my head, I'm pretty dizzy. So let's move on, huh? All right. This next song we are going to sing is all about the 10 Commandments. And Moses was given 10 rules from God about how we need to live our lives. And so this song is all about those 10 simple rules that God gave to you and me for how we should live a happy and well life. Okay, so we're going to sing this song called 10 Simple Rules, and it goes like this. Here's a little tune, you'll be happy to know. We'll keep it close to you, wherever you may go. God gave us 10 simple rules to help us get through a little something just for us to live by. So now hide them in your heart and you'll be just fine. And the Lord said, have no other gods but God to worship. Idols just won't do. Be careful with the way you use God's name and keep something special too. Honor your parents, don't take any lies, and when you're old enough to marry, be true. Do not steal or lie or want those things that don't belong to you. These are the 10 simple rules God gave to me and you. Now the good Lord said, you better listen to me. If you follow these rules, then they will set you free. to be happy too. So when things go wrong, these words will get you through. And the Lord said, have no other gods but God to worship. Idols just won't do. Be careful with the way you use God's name and keep something special too. Honor your parents, don't take any lives, and when you're old enough to marry, be true. Do not steal or lie or want those things that don't belong to you. These are the 10 simple rules God gave to me and you. And the Lord said, have no other gods but God to worship. Idols just won't do. Be careful with the way you use God's name and keep something special too. Honor your parents, don't take any lives, and when you're old enough to marry, be true. Do not steal or lie or want those things that don't belong to you. These are the 10 simple rules I gave to me and you. All right, very good, everybody. Hopefully you can remember those 10 simple rules that God gave to me and you to help us to live awesome lives that follow God, right? And that's how we do it. We do our best to follow him and follow his rules. So that is awesome. But the other thing we need to remember, and we kind of sang about it in the first song, is that there is only one way to heaven, right? There's only one way to heaven, and that is through Jesus, to have a relationship with Jesus. And so we're going to sing this song now called One Way. And it's all about how there is one way to get to Jesus, and that is, or to get to heaven, and that is through Jesus. He's the only one that we should live for. So the big thing I want you to remember for this song is when we sing the phrase, one way, then you're going to clap. So it'll go one way, clap, clap, clap. Jesus, clap, clap, clap. All right, just like that. So you can do those claps as you are at home. All right? You're the only one I need. I turn to you and you are always there. In troubled times it's you I see. Put you first, that's all I need. I humble all I am, all to you. Here it goes. Here we go. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. You were always, always there, every how and everywhere. Your grace abounds so deeply within me. You will never ever change. Yesterday, today, the same. Forever till forever meets no end. 1, 2, 3, 4. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. You are the way, the truth, and the life. Live by faith and not by sight. For you, we're living on for you. Truth and the life, we live by faith and not by sight. For you, we're living all for you. Let's sing that again. 'Cause you are the way, the truth, and the life. We live by faith and not by sight. For you, we're living all for you. One more time. You are the way, the truth, and the life. We live by faith and not by sight. For you, we're living all for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. one way. Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. Woo! All right. Wow, I'm pumped up. That was fun. Thank you so much for singing with us. But now I think it's time to check in with our friends. We got Skeeter, we got Pickle, we have Pastor Dan telling stories, and I think it's time to check in. But I want to say something quick before we get started with our story. I heard that that Skeeter actually had some issues yesterday. He went tubing, okay? He went tubing on the lake, and he was so excited and so scared and having so much fun that he screamed and screamed and screamed and ended up losing his voice. Uh-oh, I know, it's awful. If you've ever lost your voice, it's no fun. He lost his voice, so make sure you got to listen a little extra careful to hear Skeeter today because he lost his voice. So just listen very carefully. You'll be able to hear Pickle and Pastor Dan, but you'll have to listen careful for Skeeter because he lost his voice tubing. Oh, man, how fun. All right, let's see how they're doing. Let's check in with them.
Hi, everybody. Today we have another episode of Kids Blast. It's nice to be here. And, I'm just saying hi to all the kids. Yeah, but you do it every time, and But I just wanted to try.
Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Why are you fighting?
Well, I wanted to try the intro for once, and
It's my thing. I usually get to do it. It's my thing.
Okay. You know what? We can work that out later. But guys, don't fight over things like that. Okay. We should try not to fight because fighting leads to bad things.
Does it?
Oh, you know what? Our story today will tell you all about that because our story is about two brothers, and one was very jealous of the other one, and jealousy is a bad thing, and we don't.
You mean like jealous because he stole my spot?
Well, it kind of like that, actually, kind of like that, and it's a story about Cain and Abel, and they were sons of Adam and Eve.
whoa.
And I'll read this story to you, and I think you're going to understand how this maybe fits in here. Adam and Eve had a son whose name was Cain. Later, they had a second son called Abel. When the two sons grew up, Abel was a shepherd and Cain was a farmer. One day, Cain and Abel went to make an altar and offer gifts to God. Abel brought gifts from his flock. God was pleased with his offering, but when Cain brought some of the things he had grown, God was not pleased. Cain knew that God was not pleased with his gift, and Cain was very, very angry. One day, when he and Abel were out in a lonely field together, Cain killed his brother.
What?
Isn't that horrible?
You mean like dead?
He killed him dead. I mean, it was really sad. It was wrong.
That's so scary.
It is.
Did he like shoot him with a gun?
Well, they didn't have guns back then. He probably used a rock or a stick or something. I don't know, but it was horrible. It was really very...
No way. So he just threw a rock at him?
And killed him.
Ah!
Yeah. Then they heard, when after Cain killed his brother, then he heard the voice of God saying to him, "Where is your brother Abel?" He was frightened and answered, "I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper?"
Wait, what? He didn't know.
Well, he's lying.
Oh,
Not only did he kill his brother, but then he lied to God about it.
that's no good.
No, it is one bad thing after the next. Then God said, "Cain, you killed your brother. From now on, I will make you a wanderer, fleeing from all men. You will always have a hard time growing food to eat." Cain said to God, "My punishment is too much for me. You have driven me from my people. Everyone who sees me will do his best to kill me." God felt sorry for Cain. God said to Cain, No one will harm you. And when he placed Then he placed his own mark on Cain's body so that whoever saw him would know that he was under God's protection. Cain and his wife took all they had and moved all the long, long way to the land of Nod, sometimes called the land of wandering.
Wow, that's kind of a sad story, Pastor Dan.
It is, and it tells you what happens when we sin against God and against our brothers and sisters and friends. Bad things happen.
Yeah, well, and I feel bad.
You feel bad?
Yeah, because I was so mad at Pickle for saying welcome to everybody.
Yeah. Well, maybe it would be a good thing to apologize to Pickle.
Oh, yeah, that probably would be a good idea, wouldn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, okay, well, Pickle, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I got mad at you earlier.
Yeah, I forgive you. It's okay, Skeeter.
Thanks, Pickle. Wow, I feel so much better now.
You know, it always feels better. It feels so good when we forgive one another.
You know what? I feel so good. Pickle, I'm going to leave first, and I'm going to let you say goodbye to everybody.
Really?
Yeah,
Awesome.
Well, that's really kind of you, Skeeter.
thank you. All right, I'll leave now. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Skeeter. Bye, Pastor Dan.
Okay, we'll see you, Pickle.
Yep, bye.
Bye,
Bye,
kids.
everybody at Kids Blast. See you next time.
All right. Well, we will see you next week. Hopefully, we learned a good story today about how fighting is not very good. It is not a part of God's plan when we fight with each other. And if we do something wrong, we can ask for forgiveness, both from the person maybe we did wrong from, but also from God. And so hopefully we learned that today in our story about Cain and Abel. And we are so looking forward to seeing you guys again next Friday right here, 2 p.m. Facebook Live. We're getting pretty, good at this. We're getting used to it. And we are excited to see you next Friday at 2 p.m. But with that, I will say see you later and have a wonderful weekend.